going to a different economy, and we're going to be learning more about that as we go. But clearly, we're learning that things can be done from remote locations. We're learning that technology can replace people even more than we thought.
We're not going back to the same economy. We're recovering, but to a different economy, and it'll be one that is more leveraged to technology. And I worry that that is going to make it even more difficult than it was for many workers.
In Silicon Valley, and my friends who work in technology know that what we did to the manufacturing workers, we are now going to do to the retail workers, the call center workers, the fast food workers, the truck drivers, and then even bookkeepers, accountants, insurance agents, lawyers, and on through the economy. So what happened to the manufacturing workers is a very clear sign.
And so we'll import Chinese-based CBDC technology. So it's going to be CBDC in a box provided to you by the People's Bank of China.
I actually believe this technology is going to be very important. Look at it. We have been part of a huge revolution in investing through ETFs. We believe that ETFs will be changing the whole way we invest. Many people still use it as a means, well, people are investing it for indexing. No, the majority of people who are putting money in in ETFs are active investors that are buying exposure. The entire bond market is being transformed as we talk right now. I believe the next generation for markets, the next generation for securities will be tokenization of securities. And if we could have that distributed ledger that we know every beneficial owner, every beneficial seller, we all have our code of who's buying, who's selling, instantaneous settlement. And think about it, it changes the whole ecosystem.
Welcome to the Crypto Teacher. And guys, please like and subscribe if you do like what you're listening to. Please inform your friends and family and spread it all over social media. It is imperative that we get back to learning finances and understand how the world really works, because once we understand how the world really works, we understand that it is all planned out. Now, I want to thank those who purchased the books Cryptoteacher and the New World Order book. Remember, the New World Order book shows you how the world really works, and it is definitely time for you to wake up out of that sleep, especially in the times that we're in right now. Now, guys, I told you in 2023 in the first quarter, we would get an event. And now we have the banking collapse, which the master magicians pulled off the perfect distraction. And at the end of the third quarter, going into the fourth quarter, guys, we're going to have another main event. Now, of course, the markets will still pump and dump until we get that next crisis. Guys, we know they're going to pull that rug. And all we have to do is watch the Fed to know exactly when that's about to happen. And also, guys, I want to thank those who purchased the 3 Kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, much love to those who donate to the Cash App, Patreon. Much love. Keep it coming. Guys, if you're not a part of the Patreon, make sure you're donating to the channel through the actual Cash App. We all know this channel is shadow banned. Now, guys, in my Patreon, I keep you up to date with the New World Order events, and then also I give you the New World Order cryptos. But, of course, you have to do your own research. But, guys, this next Bitcoin and crypto bull run is going to be a utility run. So you want to make sure you have the cryptos that have real utility. And much love to those who are shopping at both stores. Keep it coming. And of course, guys, we get into Bitcoin and cryptos first.
Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel.
And right now, guys, we have Bitcoin and crypto pumping. And guys, we had Bitcoin hit 138,000 on Binance.us. And we know Jerome is in the house for the next 2 days. And as we can see, guys, the stock market is pulling back today. Normally, the NASDAQ and crypto have been moving lockstep. But since the AI push, the NASDAQ already got their push, Bitcoin was moving back. And then, of course, we get the BlackRock news, and then Bitcoin moves up. And remember, guys, nothing has been approved. They have to go through the approval stage. But we know the game is rigged. Now, we also know that the emerging markets are moving fast forward, and I'm going to go over that later. But in the United States, this is all a fake out. We know the emerging markets are leading and the United States is behind on purpose. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Now, guys, do not forget to pay attention to the actual indicators. We have yield rates, which are up. We have the dollar, which is up. And then, of course, we have volume, which came back in crypto finally. We haven't seen this type of volume. And we know the only ones that can bring this type of volume during a bear market are the whales. And we know who the whales are. Now, we have Tether, USDC, and we have Tether and Bitfinex pledges 100,000 grant for private operating system. Also, we have Tether issues USDT on Kava blockchain. Now, guys, we have the Fed, and the Fed repo is at 1.9 trillion. And looking at the repo, we can tell which way the market is going to be going. Remember, we were at about 2.2 to 2.3 trillion on a daily basis. And yesterday we were down to 1.9 trillion. So that's about $100 to $200 billion to manipulate markets. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Now, guys, we have central banks raising rates and running off the balance sheet. So therefore, they can destroy this legacy market so the fourth industrial revolution can rise. And I'm definitely going to be going over that later on in this video, guys. We're definitely seeing this plan come together. So while we're getting all this ETF news that the media is pushing at you, is something going on behind the curtain that nobody's looking at. And we know that's why the NWO are the master magicians. And again, guys, we have Jerome Powell in the house. I think it's 10 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. I think he's in the House today and the Senate tomorrow. So today I'll be bringing you that video earlier today, but Thursday, me and my son have activities, so I'll be bringing that video probably a little later on in the evening. Now, guys, do not forget about Grayscale sending about $23.5 billion. And we see that Grayscale has definitely benefited off of all this ETF news. Now, we have Invesco reapplies. We have Wisdom Tree back in. And again, guys, this is looking like a big distraction. Now, we have crypto exchange Bit unveils options market for Cardano. So, guys, we see the casino just keeps getting bigger and bigger. And we have 5 U.S. enforcement agencies form a new digital currency anti-crypto task force. And guys, we know this is big, but it's not going to make the mainstream media. But we know when the alphabet boys come in, the government is planning for something. And we know what it is. This digital transformation. And speaking of the digital transformation, we know the emerging markets are leading this fourth industrial revolution. But this news is not going to make the mainstream media, and this news is a lot more important than BlackRock applying for Bitcoin spot ETF. We know we already have Bitcoin spot ETFs around the globe. And now we have Singapore proposes digital money system. And who's part of the pilot? That's right, guys, Amazon. And then we have Fast and Grab to initiate the pilot. And the project is called Purpose-Bound Money, using CBDCs and stablecoins. And guys, we know this is going to be the programmable money, telling you what, where, and when and how to buy, and you have 3 to 6 months to spend it. Remember, our big corporations and big banks are all over the emerging markets planning out this fourth industrial revolution. But remember, in order for it to rise, America to Babylon has to fall with the United States world reserve currency. And remember, the crypto teacher told you, because he knows. When it comes to the New World Order, it's all planned out. But guys, all I have for you, don't forget about the books, Crypto Teacher and the New World Order book, plus the 3 kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, new to cryptos, Coinbase, Bitrue, Binance. Do not forget book links and crypto links are in the description. The stock channel, guys. Don't forget to go like, subscribe, spread everywhere. You have your Kobo, your chip stocks, your banking, your gaming. While everybody's sitting at home, get home stocks, the Seaver, the biotech stocks. And while everybody's at home wishing, they were still getting that free money. What are they doing? Drinking and smoking weed. Don't forget about those stocks, and you have a wonderful day. The most powerful person in the world is the storyteller. The storyteller sets the vision, values, and agenda of an entire generation to come, Steve Jobs. And guys, you know I truly believe in this. When you look at the New World Order, they're the storytellers. And that's the reason why I wrote my New World Order book. But guys, now it's time to change the current generation. And I wrote 3 kids' books. You know, I love the Trinity because I understand the power that's in it. So I have 3 books. We have an opportunity to change the generation, to educate, not just me, but I want to show you that I take action on a daily basis. And I want you to take action on a daily basis. Whether it's your job, whether it's in your community, we have an opportunity right now to educate the masses. I posted this on my Twitter account. Please share, but this is a short clip of the 3 books. There's going to be a clothing line and action figures. Please get these books for your kids, nephews, cousins, friends, so therefore we can start the re-education now. Because as we see, the 4th Industrial Revolution foundation is definitely here. Robots, algorithms, drones, taking humanity out the picture. We have to re-educate. But let's get into the video.
Part 1. King Joshua and Drama Tam save the village. Part 2. King Joshua and Drama Tam save New York. From COVID Stories 3. Part 3. King Joshua and Drama Tam goes to China.
It's mandatory to get part 1, part 2, and part 3 of this series. It's time to re-educate Generation Z.